I am most notably known as an author of children's book. I have it right here. It's called Nyakana and the Pharaoh's Throne. This book, and this is my first copy. As you can see, it is tattered, it is stained, it is written up, marked down. This book has seen a lot of time. And I told myself that once this book looks this way, it was time for me to start the second book, which I did begin writing this year. However, I started taking my dreams and really thinking bigger. Quarantine and the pandemic that we've had here in the US has really been actually a blessing for myself. Instead of just surviving, I have figured out a way to thrive. And I've pushed myself. I've pushed myself with my businesses. I've pushed myself with my dreams. I've pushed myself to really step out of my own fears and make sure that I'm also encouraging and inspiring everyone else to do the same. So I've actually paused from finishing the second book because I'm taking a dream of mine of turning my book from just the book to an animated cartoon series that I plan to pitch to networks in the coming months. So definitely pushing myself to do more than what I originally set out to do. So one of the things that I love to do when I go into schools or when I have conferences or summits or anything of that sort is really to show everyone what Nyakana is all about. So Nyakana actually means beautiful purpose in Swahili, and it really is to inspire everyone to find their path and then to walk it purposefully, right? Your destiny really is yours for the taking, and there should not be anything stopping you from achieving anything that you want in life. So I've created these fundamental truths of Nyakana, and we're going to go through them today. So if you have a notebook, if you have a pen, phone, anything at all, please feel free to write these down. These are going to be some wonderful daily affirmations for you that you can recite to yourself, that you can, put on a sticky note, put it on your mirror, put it on your wall, put it on your desk, put it in your laptop every time you open it, anything of that sort, to just remind you of what you need to do on a daily basis to walk purposefully. So are you all with me still? Yes? Yes?
Yes.
So
Yes.
Anna, yeah.
Yeah, Anna, so we'll be actually using the chat section to communicate more because of the distractions and all that.
Okay, so I should go into the chat?
No, you can go ahead, but people will be talking more through the chat.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, I just checked the chat. I think we're okay for right now. Okay, not too much going on there. So thank you. Keep me honest on checking that every once in a while. Oh, I like your message, Rachel. Yes, please turn your video on. This is definitely interactive. I love to see your wonderful faces. I'm coming in from the East Coast right now from Connecticut. So it is only 12:15, 12:15 here in the afternoon. Wonderful. So as I said, we are going to jump into these fundamental truths. And what the purpose and the hope behind sharing these with you is that you will feel motivated. You will feel fired up. You will feel like once we get off this Zoom, anything that you may have been procrastinating on slightly, or something that you haven't completed, maybe you've started but you haven't finished it and you're not feeling really motivated, that I'll be able to ignite that flame under you and really get you focused and sharpened on whatever that is, whatever that goal is, or whatever that plan is, or whatever that inspiration is for you. All right, so let's jump in. The very first fundamental truth of Nyakana, and make sure you write this down, is don't chase your dreams. Walk in your dreams. And you may say, Anna, what do you mean don't chase your dreams? Aren't we supposed to dream big? Aren't we supposed to have these dreams in life? Yes, you are supposed to have these dreams in life. You are supposed to dream big. But what happens a lot, especially when we're children, is our parents tell us to go after everything we want. They tell us you can do anything you want in life, dream big. But then what is the second part? What is the part two? You need to now take those things that you're dreaming about, figure out the action steps that you need to take, figure out the plan of action, the goals, figure out what you need to do and actually to attain those dreams and start walking in your dreams now. Don't just allow those big creative ideas to sit in your head dormant. Actually figure out a way. If you don't know, maybe you can pull on a mentor, do some research. If there's someone who has done something similar to what you're looking to do and see what they're doing, use that as a blueprint for yourself, okay? And we're gonna figure out what those steps are, what those goals are, and then we're going to start doing the work each and every day so you can actually start walking in your dreams and not just dreaming them in your head, these beautiful, wonderful ideas for yourself, and actually start that path, okay? So fundamental truth number one is don't chase your dreams, but walk in your dreams. Okay, fundamental truth number two, always bet on yourself. Yes, no one else is going to jump on your bandwagon. No one else is going to believe in you until you believe in yourself first. Do you know how many people told me my book was a crazy idea? Let me tell you a story. So this book has been out for 3 years now, but 4 years ago, I submitted it to all the major publishers across the US, even internationally in the UK, and I got no. I've got a lot of no's until I started getting some maybes. We like your book, but it's a little too urban. We like your book, but we don't like the fact that there's a Black heroine that's leading the way, right? We like your book, but we don't like that it goes back to ancient Egypt in the first book. That's too African. That's too, we don't teach that in schools here in the US. So I got a lot of no's, to the point where there was one publishing company that was extremely interested, but they wanted me to change my main character, Naya Zuri. Now, Naya, I don't know if you took a good look, but this is my main character, Naya Zuri. She is fearless. She is confident. She's everything that I wish that I was as a child, as I was assimilating and acclimating to this US culture, not understanding why culture wasn't accepted here, but it was very black and white, you had to pick sides. I did not fit in whatsoever. I was severely bullied as a child. You know, I did not speak English. It took me 3 or 4 years to speak English, and I didn't quite fit in with the box. No one really knew what I was, what was going on with me, right? So all of these things are issues and obstacles that I dealt with through my adolescence, but I put all of those amazing qualities into my main character. So there was no way I was going to change Naya. I wasn't going to make her hair straight. I wasn't going to give her an Americanized name or an Americanized family. I wasn't going to take away the fact that they went back to ancient Egypt first as their first main adventure in the series. And I wasn't going to make it less urban, quote unquote, is literally what they told me. I had to step out on my own. I had to bet on myself. I said, well, if you don't believe in me, I'm going to believe in myself. I ended up self-publishing my book, not even knowing what I was doing, not knowing if I was following the right process. I did some research, but it wasn't fully complete. I ended up figuring it out later on, and I got everything in order over the years. But, you know, I had to step out on faith in myself. I knew that this book was important because growing up, I could never find anyone on the cover that looked like me. And it was so critical as a child, as a Black child in America, to understand how to identify with the books that we're reading, how to identify with these stories, to really begin that love of literacy that really opens up your entire creative mind as a child, right? So I changed the narrative. I wrote this book to really inspire all Black and brown children in the US to have a love of reading, to see themselves in the books that they read. And I really wanted to take a minute to just give you all some background on that, because I've reached a point in my career now where people see a lot of the glitz or the glamour, or they see a lot of the media, or they see a lot of the events and things that I do, whether I put it out there or whether I do not. And they don't realize the years that it took to get to this place. I had to bet on myself. I self-published, and even then, my number one goal was not actually to just sell thousands of books. My goal was really to get the books implemented into the curriculum of schools here in the US, starting in my home state in Connecticut first, and then definitely going abroad through virtual visits or traveling school by school. Now, that was an entire different challenge because, once again, I got a lot of no's. We don't want to change our lesson plans. We don't want to change our curriculum. Or you can come talk about your book, but we don't want to take it any further than that. So here in the US, we have something called Black History Month, where we are given 28 days to learn about Black African American history. It's ridiculous. We are beyond Black History Month. Black people in America are beyond Black History Month. 28 days really should be 365. We come from a millennia of history. But once again, this actually is not taught here in our school systems. It's more indoctrination versus education. That's why it was so important for my first series. I had to stay true and genuine to myself. It makes sure that I brought the series to Africa first. Most children don't know that Tut actually became Pharaoh when he was only 8 years old. So once again, gives them that motivation to know that they can start now. They don't have to wait on their dreams because they think their age is restricting them. And once again, I just wanted to give you all some color and some background on this because I have faced so many challenges and so many obstacles with just getting the book out, then getting the book in schools, and from there, and really from the persistent consistency. I have such a passion for making sure that my readers connect with the book, that my readers also connect with the Nyakana message of having that beautiful purpose, of really living your life fully now, knowing what those dreams are now, putting in the work now to attain them, and really radiate magnificently in your destiny. That I wasn't going to allow any school or any publisher or any individual to stop me. That's how dedicated you need to be to yourself, to your goals, to your businesses, to your skill set. You need to be consistently persistent and make sure that you are always betting on yourself, because what ends up happening, especially if it's something that where you're showing someone your passion, when you show them your passion, they will end up pulling up. They will end up supporting you, and as if they've supported you for years, and that's okay. We won't shame them for not supporting you from day one. But the point is, you have to be so consistently persistent and so committed to yourself and your vision and knowing your purpose and knowing that either a business that you want to put out there or a program or a service or an event or anything that you want to create to really positively impact your community is going to happen regardless. Once you do have that belief in yourself, you will really radiate and everyone will end up supporting you and pulling up for you. That's what's happened to me. That's what has really happened to anyone that I know that once again faced so many obstacles at first. So to recap, fundamental truth number 2 is always bet on yourself. Are you guys still with me? Let me check the chat, see if there's any questions. Okay, great insights, loving it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So number 3 is never dim your light. You may say, Anna, what do you mean your light? Do you mean your ring light? No, not this light right here, but the light from within. You know, what we tend to do is really compare ourselves to others, to our families, to other people in our industry, in our career paths, place of employment, in our communities. And sometimes what happens is if we're not confident enough, and if we don't have that flame burning high enough, we end up dimming our light because it's easier that way. We have less confrontation that way. We have less instances of people giving us their unwarranted advice that we don't want to hear, or discouragement that we just do not want to hear. It's hard enough already having a wonderful idea or a wonderful plan than to have all these other voices constantly coming at you. So what do? We dim our light. That fire that I keep talking about, we diffuse it, we cover it. We don't want anyone to really know. We kind of keep it secret. Yeah, we're going to do the opposite of that, everybody, okay? We are going to radiate magnificently. And what's going to end up happening, it's almost like a moth to a flame. Everyone is going to start being pulled to you because they're going to see that you are so fired up. They are going to see that you are so excited about either a project or an event or a business or an idea that you want to implement, that they're going to want to know everything about it. So don't worry about competing with your cousin or your family member or someone that may be doing something similar to you. Everyone is entitled to have their own destiny, okay? And yours is really yours for the taking. So make sure you never dim your light. All right, fundamental truth number 4. And this is really the premise also of today's discussion. Overcoming your fears. I don't know about all of you, but there are many fears that I have had in my past. And something that I've taught myself over the years is how to control my thinking. Once you control your mind and your thinking, you really have more control over your life. You should not just be having all of these subconscious thoughts and then you don't understand the things that you are attracting into your life. Because let me tell you a little secret. Fear is not real. And I really hope we're recording this Zoom because we're going to have to remember some of these gems, but fear is not real. It is literally things and thoughts in your mind. But what can happen is you think of that fear, you think of it over and over and over again, you end up attracting it and manifesting it into your life as an obstacle or an individual or an issue or a problem or a pandemic or a loss of employment or anything of that sort, or of, unfortunately your health, anything like that can be actually attracted into your life. Now, those fears that were just in your mind are actual issues in your life. And let me tell you something, fear has a way of stopping you from starting. It will stop you before you even start because you get so in your head about it that you talk yourself out of it. We're not going to do that today. If there are any fears, I want you to literally write them down on a piece of paper. And then I want you to crumble it, rip it, burn it, throw it somewhere. Don't litter, but throw it, just get rid of it, because fear is not real. And what ends up happening is you'll end up freeing yourself. And when you free yourself, you'll feel this weight lifted off of you. And you will realize, what am I doing? What am I telling myself? Why am I stopping myself from even starting? This is ridiculous for me to even be so in my mind about something that hasn't even happened yet. Or maybe you're worried about what people will think, or maybe you're worried you won't be, you won't be embraced by your community, or that no one was going to pull up and support you. Listen, if you follow the other fundamental truths, all of those other fears will go away. Once again, remember, fear is not real. And the last thing you want to do is to allow it to take over your life, to suffocate you, to diffuse that light that we talked about dimming. We're not going to do that today. And we're not going to do that today going forward, because we are going to overcome our fears. We're going to start walking in our dreams, and we're really going to take a hold of our destiny. And don't feel that your destiny is just one thing, or one job, or one initiative, or one project. We have multiple things in our paths. We are so multifaceted. There's no way that we can only have one thing. So when I say destiny, don't think that it's an individual goal, just a single goal. We are multifaceted people, okay? There are many things that we're going to want to do. We are continuously evolving and changing and adjusting. When I first started off in my career, I thought I would just be an author. And I was comfortable just being an author. I wrote a great book. It was in schools. It was being receptive. Finally, after years of knocking down the doors of schools and really not allowing teachers to tell me no, or administrators to tell me no, I continued to push. And even if the school didn't have a budget, I would figure out a way to ask community leaders, organizations, companies to then put up the funds and actually cover the cost of these books. And I would volunteer my time, to the point where I did that so much. And I really didn't even really proclaim it. No one really knew all of this additional volunteer work that I did. So with all that said and done, after doing that for years, over the weekend, I actually received a momentous honor here in the New England region. And I received an award for all of that work from my community. And it is called the 100 Women of Color Award. And I was actually named valedictorian of the class. And I say all that to say that the things that you do in the dark really do come to light. The consistent persistency that you will have always comes full circle. But if I would allow those fears to stop me and those no's to stop me, I wouldn't have been able to be on that stage on Friday. I wouldn't have been able to be there to represent women of color, to really let all Black and brown children here in the US know that they can follow their dreams, that they can make it happen now. And regardless of the obstacles that you have or the fears that you may have, you can definitely overcome them. You can fulfill your destiny and you can continue to evolve. And now I've gone from just an author to also motivational speaker, specifically for our youth and young adults, and also women, because women, we tend to also dim our light, especially in comparison to men and our households and our family demands. So ladies, for the ladies that are on here specifically as well, I have to definitely stay true to myself and shout you all out. Make sure you are not dimming your light. Make sure you're not allowing anyone to put a fear in your mind that you cannot do something because you are a woman. Remember that you are strong. And men, I'm sure there are some real men on here. I know how my African men are, my brothers. Women, we are the strongest. We are the strongest on this planet, and we have literally birthed the world. So remember that when you start to feel fearful, or you start to feel not as confident in the things that you want to do, we are the first, okay? So I said all that to say, overcome your fears. They are not real. Control your thoughts and your thinking and put them to work in your advancement, for your advancement. Okay, is everybody still with me? Let me check the chat because I know I tend to get quick. Yes, let me do some shout outs here. Yes, Ignatius or Ignatius, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Fear is not real, yes. Fear is not real, Ilorm, yes. And fear is not real. What is the source of fear anyway? Uncontrolled thoughts, that is the source of fear. What is the source of fear? Good job, Anna. Whoa, congratulations. Oh, thank you so much. The source of fear. It can also be other things in the elements. It can be our family's fears. Don't forget that people project their own fears onto you, especially parents. They project their own fears, especially parents from an older generation. They want to keep things very safe. They want to keep things very conservative. They want you to stay to the path that they took because they have come from a harder time than us, right? We have more advancements. We have more opportunities than they have, but they're still fearful because of the environment that they grew up in, the countries that they grew up in, the governments, right, that may have oppressed them or suppressed them. So a lot of our fears also come from the projection of our family and our friends. They put it on us. Oh no, you shouldn't write a book. Just go get a job in corporate America. Yeah, I did that. I did get a job in corporate America, and I did that for many years, almost 13 years. And I did my passion. I did my passion work on the side. But you know what happened? I didn't feel fulfilled. I knew the work and the impact that I could make in this world, and living that double life suppressed me. But I actually allowed my parents' fears to project onto myself. And I took, oh, I need a backup plan. Oh, I need to, yeah, no. I made a conscious effort and a decision to eventually walk away completely from corporate America. And here I am today, continuing to be successful because I refuse to allow fear to get into my mind. I know that I have a mission, a purpose, and even from a business standpoint, I know I have a product or merchandise that is really going to make an impact. And because I'm staying genuine and authentic to myself, that people will continue to support me, readers, teachers, administrators, they will continue to pull up and support my book, my brand, and now eventually the cartoon and everything growing out of it. But if I would have even allowed my parents' fears to continue to sit in my mind and in my spirit, I wouldn't be here today. So some of fear comes from others' projections, and the other part of fear really just comes from your uncontrolled thoughts. If you don't control your mind, brothers, sisters, it will run away from you. But you have to remember that your mind is your strongest tool. Okay, I don't know how many of you believe here in the law of attraction, whether you believe it or not, but energy is energy, right? It cannot be created or destroyed, and like attracts like. So whatever it is that you're constantly thinking of, you can definitely attract negative things into your life, or you can attract positive things into your life. And remember, even the things that come into your life negatively, there's always a flip side to it. There's always an opportunity to challenge yourself of your thinking, of how you can overcome that challenge and make it work towards your advancement. I'm sorry, I was reading a question as that was coming in. Okay, and I know we're gonna go through all these questions as well, but I will jump in and out of the chat to see what everyone is saying here. How can you control fear of nervousness, especially stage fright? Oh, that's a great question, Richard. Let me get to that. And Elorm, you said, thanks for the explanation on the source of fear, crystal clear. Oh, I'm so thankful that was crystal clear from you. And a lot of these are really life lessons. So if I'm able to inspire you all to really question your thinking and question yourself, then that's great. And that is an honor for me. So Richard, you're asked, how can you control fear of nervousness, especially stage fright? So that's something that I've had to deal with because I'm normally on a stage. I'm in front of large groups, even small groups at times. So once again, first thing you need to do, what am I going to say, Richard? I don't know where you are. Let me swipe to you. Oh, you're underneath me. Okay, but your camera's off. Stop. Turn your cameras on, everyone. The first thing you need to do, Richard, control your thinking. Understand that you are on this stage or this platform for a purpose. You were chosen. Your voice is important. People want to hear from you. So number one, get rid of that fear, because guess what? If you weren't important or valuable enough for anyone to hear what you were saying, you wouldn't be there. You wouldn't be there in the first place, but you are there. So if you have an opportunity to be on a stage, if you have an opportunity to be on a platform virtually or elsewhere, that means you are already validated. And you have to remember that you don't need anyone else's validation. You have to have your own validation first. God's already validated you. So really validate yourself and overcome that fear. So that, I think, is the first thing when people have stage fright. I had it as a child, but I did music when I was younger and it forced me to always be on stage. So I got rid of my nervousness really as a child and in my adolescence from always just connecting with people and forcing myself to be on a stage. Sometimes my body would shake a little bit or my voice would quiver a little bit, or I forget what I have to sing or what I have to say or what I have to perform if I'm acting or giving or saying lines, and I would kind of space out. But it challenged me to get out of that uncomfortableness. It challenged me to understand my value and my worth of saying, well, if I wasn't here to sing and perform, if I wasn't already wanting to be heard, I wouldn't be on the stage. or I wouldn't have been selected to play this character if I didn't already have the skill and the talent. So I'm here for people to see the skill and talent. So I just need to actually execute and be in that passion. So I don't know if there's an event or anything coming up. Richard, I will definitely make sure before this is over to leave my information in the chat. Everyone, please, I'm a woman of the world. I'm a woman of the people. I am accessible to anyone at any time. You just drop me an email. Be careful with the DMs on Instagram because they get long. Rachel will tell you, they get long and then you'll get buried. So I'll definitely give you my email address. It's a better way to definitely keep in touch with me. Or if you do follow me on Instagram, just hit the contact button. My email's already in there. And you can always reach out to me if you need some encouragement or just some upliftment and just, you know, in yourself and keeping that fire really burning for yourself. So Richard, I hope some of that gave you a few tips and a few ideas of how you can get out of that nervousness and that stage fright. Just remember to be confident in yourself. You're already validated by the Most High. Validate yourself. Understand that you already have a skill, a quality, a voice that people want to hear. Otherwise, you wouldn't even have that opportunity. And we want to hear from you. Everyone has a voice. Everyone has a destiny. And I hope you feel encouraged. So I will jump into the chat really quickly just to see. Yes, validate yourself. Okay, wonderful. Oh, so true. Oh, thank you so much. Yes. Yo, absolutely, Elorm. Feel free to contact me here. I'll drop it in the chat right now so everyone has it. It's just contact@nyakana.com. Okay. And I'm going to send this to everyone. Feel free to contact me anytime. And if you want to take a chance and DM me on Instagram, you can follow me at Naya Zuri. Okay. Hopefully that went through to everyone. Yes, everyone has a voice, and absolutely, and everyone does have a destiny. Don't allow anyone to rob it from you. All right, so we have gone through 4 fundamental truths so far. There is one left, and this is actually my favorite. So fundamental truth number 5. Are you all ready for it? Let me see some thumbs up. If you're ready, let me see the thumb. You gotta do the thumb on the screen since everybody has their video off. I told you this was interactive, I warned you. We're ready, okay. All right, I see some, I don't see thumbs, but I saw some, I'm ready. Okay, ready, 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 yes, yes. Okay, brothers, sisters, wonderful. So, number 5, nothing is impossible. Yes, nothing is impossible. There's nothing new under the sun, brothers and sisters. If you can think it, it can be. Literally, the only difference between you thinking something and it happening is action. And all of you are well-bodied. All of you are in good spirits. All of you are in good mind and in good health. There is no reason why there is something that can't occur. You have all of the opportunities in life. You have all of the resources. Lean on your network, lean on your mentor, and most definitely lean on yourself and really lean into life. Oh, I think someone is sharing a screen. Okay, are we sharing something? Oh, that was an accident? I'm just laughing. What are you doing, Rachel? You're setting me up.
That's actually my elder sister. That's actually my elder sister.
She's keeping me on my toes. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Obstacles. You have to stay on your toes. You got to get ready. You have to be ready for anything.
So sorry for that.
No worries at all. I think somebody was like wanting to write something down or they got a text message. Like,
yeah,
hold on.
Yeah.
We're listening to this crazy woman from the US talk about something about fears and destinies and fear. Well, I don't know what's happening, but I need to send
her phone is messed up.
Okay, so we will get back on track. So fundamental truth number 5, I was saying is that nothing is impossible. Honestly, nothing is, especially in this day and age. Even in 2020, everyone keeps saying that this is a crazy year, and it is. There's a lot happening. I know in the diaspora, there's a lot happening. Here in the States, everything is upside down. We are protesting, we are rallying, especially our Black communities. We have a lot going on. I'm also in the streets. I don't put everything out there on social media, but I'm definitely, you even hear from my voice. I was at a rally last night. So I am always making sure that I'm lending and I'm using my voice to speak out on injustices, to speak out on social issues, to demand change, because I know if I'm quiet, nothing will happen. So I say all that to say that nothing is impossible. If you can think it, it can be done. And you really need to be encouraged in that and understand that that is a fundamental truth. You have all the opportunities. There's everything already in front of us. And if you think that you don't have a resource or there's no way to get it, listen, reach out to me. I'll definitely guide you in the right direction. But there are no limitations. Everything is accessible to all. That's why two people from completely different walks of life can end up having the same outcome, or the same business, or the same result. Maybe one that comes more from disparity, from low income, or someone that already has that head start because their family was just in a better position. If you're determined enough, you can get to that same endpoint or that same goal. But what ends up happening is the ones that already have something against them, already have a couple of obstacles, if you're not focused enough, if you, once again, don't control your thoughts and your thinking and allow that fear to take over, well, you'll just stop. Once again, you'll stop before you start, and that other individual will continue, whereas you really have the same opportunities. I don't believe, especially here in the US, I don't believe that you should allow your race, your creed, your gender to really stop you. And the individuals that rely on that excuse are the ones that are not practicing controlling their thoughts. Instead, they rather let that fear stop them. They rather let those comments and things that people from their family, their friends, their community, once again, project on them. Oh, I'm not going to start this business. No one's going to support me. I have no, this is something new. I don't quite know what I'm doing. You're already talking yourself out of it. You're already allowing that fear to take hold. So I said all that to say that nothing is impossible. And really that's my favorite fundamental truth. It gives me that continuous fire. Even sometimes if I get in my own head, I stop myself and I say, listen, if I can think it, it can be done. And just because it has not been done before, write this down. Just because something hasn't been done before doesn't mean it cannot be done. You can be the first. Yes, you can be the first. You know how many people told me, I told you with my background, you know how many people told me the story wouldn't matter, that no one would buy a book, that no child wanted to hear about it, that no school wanted to have this in their school system, that no newspaper or media outlet or anybody would want to cover it. I got so many no's. But I told myself, you know what? I will be the first. What, just because I'm an author, I can't go and speak at a conference with thousands of people? Or just because I'm an author, I can't be on a world stage, or I can't be on a humongous radio station that reaches 20 million people because I'm an author? I do not allow anybody to box me in. And because I did not allow anyone to box me in when I first started on my path with Nyakana Books, I recently re-released my second book, my first book, Nyakana and the Pharaoh's Throne, because it has been out for 3 years. I re-released it during quarantine. During quarantine, I started my official publishing company, my own book imprint, Nyakana Books. I re-released it on my own book imprint because I wisened up over the years, did my research to make sure how I can definitely protect my intellectual properties, how I can set up my business more officially versus being self-published on a platform and through a third party where I do not have as many rights and access and control to my own brand and business. So definitely wisened up. As I said, sometimes it's a process, it's a journey. Even if you don't know at first, you'll learn it and you'll figure out, even from making mistakes, you'll figure out how to self-correct. So I re-released this book in June during quarantine. And do you know what? It hit best-selling list. I hit 7 different best-selling lists in children's categories. And once again, that shows the effort, the focusedness. It shows the support that I've been able to build over the years. Definitely, I call my supporters, especially my hardcore supporters, I bring them into my tribe. So I call them part of my Nyakana tribe. I'm always shouting out the tribe because they have really been rocking with me since 2016, 2017, when I first started this journey. So I said all that to say that you may not even know what you're doing at first, but what you have to do is take some action. So you know that you can at least start and you can figure it out. If you don't know all of the details of everything that you have to do along the way, at least start. Don't hold yourself back, okay? I really want you all to get that flame going and just understand how purposeful and how worthy you are and how everything really is going to work in your benefit. And if you keep that mentality and don't allow others to project on you and don't allow your fears to take a hold of you and really strengthen your mind, really honestly, for anybody that doesn't meditate, take a minute to learn how to do it. It doesn't have to be fancy. You don't need a yoga mat. I feel like it has a lot of bad misinformation. Take a minute every day to really quiet your mind. That was the first thing that I learned how to do, is to quiet my mind, to stop these thoughts from constantly just springing up like a well, right? All of these fears, all of these just undeniable things that I couldn't control. constantly spread. Once I learned how to quiet my mind and get it to a peaceful state, then I can inject what I want to think about. Oh, one day I'm going to be in XYZ school. Oh, one day I'll be on this TV network talking about this. Oh, one day I'll be sitting down with one of my readers and they'll be telling me how this book changed their life. And I started thinking about the things I wanted to happen. And I saw them crystal clear. And as I saw them crystal clear, that vision started to fill. And I figured out those steps in between. And the transformation and the journey continued from there. So I say all that to say, guys, I want you to remember these fundamental truths. I'm going to take them from the top in case you missed them, because I get so excited and talking about my passion, my mission, my movement, that sometimes I talk very, very, very fast. And then I'll jump back in the chat. So fundamental truth number 1, don't chase your dreams, walk in your dreams. Fundamental truth number 2, always bet on yourself. Fundamental truth number 3, never dim your light. Fundamental truth number 4, what is that? Overcome your fears. And fundamental truth number 5, my favorite, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible, brothers and sisters. I want this to light a flame under you. I want this to really ignite that flame and really keep it burning for you in those moments, in those quiet moments when no one's around and you're feeling maybe a little down or feeling a little unfocused or don't really know what to start or where to start. Understand that you have a destiny. Like I said, understand that it is yours for the taking. Understand that you are really made to live purposefully. We're not placed on this planet just to sleepwalk and bumble around through life. No, we are literally living beings. We are gods and goddesses made from celestial matter. You are meant to radiate at your highest potential. Do not forget that. Okay? I'm going to jump into this chat because I see comments coming through and I don't want to ignore anyone. So I'm going to start in the middle section. I see a lot of thumbs up. Oh, thank you for the love, everyone. Yes, I'm happy that you are feeling it. I feel it, feel it. Thank you for all the thumbs. Yes, nothing is impossible. And I apologize if I'm messing up your names. I don't know if I should shout out, but I want to shout you out. Ignatius. I apologize if I'm butchering your name. Nothing is impossible. Yes, Raymond, kindly send the details again. Anyone? Oh, okay. Someone put it down there. Yes, IG, Twitter, perfect. Nyazuri, contact. Yep, perfect. You guys have my email. You're a great community. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. This is from the years of practice and sharpening. I didn't always speak this way. I didn't even speak English. So it took me a while to really feel fueled. And once again, once I stopped trying to measure myself up to others and how they communicate or how other authors do things, no, I'm not going to be placed in a box. I'm going to do things my own way, the Nyazuri way, the Nyakana way. I know my purpose in life. And because of that, it gives me a certain voice and I use that voice. And I really feel when I connect with people. Honestly, I don't even write things down. It's funny. So I was at my gala this weekend and everyone was asking me, oh, are you ready for your speech? Do you know what you're going to say? Do you know what you're going to say? I'm like, no, I'm just going to let my spirit lead me. I'm honored to be here. I'm honored to be the valedictorian and the representation of these amazing 100 women of color that have given their time, sacrificed their nights, their days. I know I only sleep 3 hours a night because my passion is always keeping me up. I know I need to sleep more, but you know, there's so much that I want to do that it literally keeps me awake. And I do have 2 little ones that wake me up at about 6 a.m. every day. So I'm definitely taking naps at night and I'll take a little sleeper when I can during the day, but that's how fueled I am. Someone had said consistency. That is really the thing that has set me apart from other authors, right? But once again, I'm not just an author anymore. I've definitely transformed now also into a speaker, into a motivator, a philanthropist, an entrepreneur, right? Especially with my book imprint now and how successful my book is doing to the point where I'm continuing to dream bigger. I'm very disciplined as well. And I know that that's one thing that definitely sets me apart from other people that may be trying to do what I'm doing. They say, well, what is it? What's the magic? Like, what's the secret tip? There's no secret tip. Aside from my fundamental truths that I tell you, because those are the things that I remind myself every single day and what I tell my readers and anyone else that I connect with, I'm consistently persistent and I'm extremely disciplined to the point where I don't even watch television. I actually cut off all my streaming services about 2 years ago. So don't ask me what's on TV. I really don't know. If I catch a little snippet on YouTube, okay, cool. But other than that, I have work to do. I have things that I want to accomplish in this world, and it's bigger than me because my passion, my focus really is on the youth. They don't have time for me to watch TV, to waste a few hours a day or a night doing that, or even to teach that to my children. So my sons see me disciplined. They see me with my whiteboard on the wall that has all my monthly outcomes. So if you don't have a whiteboard, get yourself one. And instead of writing goals or agenda, because that's like task related, write outcomes. You can do August, September. We're about to be in September. September, outcomes. Because whatever you put in, out comes the result. Okay? So make your outcomes list. I have a monthly outcomes list of things that are like bigger picture, what I want to accomplish. And then I literally have my outcomes list right here too, sitting on my lap. This is, you can do it any journal, any notebook, anything at all. This is where I write like my weekly, daily. As you can see, all these things are crossed off. What I need to do on a daily basis or a weekly basis. So discipline is another thing that sets me apart. Like I said, one example was just not wasting my time watching TV. I'm not saying that you don't have time to be entertained. I listen to a lot of music, so I pull a lot of inspiration from that. You know, like I said, music was my first love. So I will always be streaming music off my Apple Music and things that keep me fired up, keep me motivated. I do utilize YouTube to get a lot of motivation from some of my like mentors in my mind, especially E.T. I don't know if you've ever heard of Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher, but I listen to E.T. basically every day. He helps me keep that fire going. I personally don't have a mentor. I had been looking for one. So, hey, if you know of anyone, like, bring them my way. I feel that, you know, the universe will bring someone to me in time. But because I don't have a mentor myself, I mentor a lot of other individuals, especially women. So I have about, I think like 8 mentees right now, 4 that are younger than me. Yes, 4 that are younger than me and 4 that are older than me. Because I feel like, you know what, if I put the energy out there and I'm trying to uplift and really motivate all of these young men and women or older men and women to really be purposeful, help them with business ideas, help them with creative strategies, help them with events, nonprofit work, whatever it is, social rallies, protesting. I really put myself everywhere, that I feel that will be returned to me. So don't feel that you need a mentor either to get yourself going. Maybe you need to give some advice to others. I'm a big believer in supporting my circle and really uplifting people. Knowledge sharing. Don't be afraid to knowledge share, because if you hold back information, what makes you think that anyone else is going to want to do anything different, right? It's not just about an individual advancement. It really is advancement for our collective, right? Our communities, our countries, us as a race, as a people. There's no reason why we shouldn't be more advanced and further advanced in this world and in better positions than we are today. A lot of this mentality of keeping ourselves divided, which is really so deeply rooted, even if we talk about colonialism, neocolonialism, the division that was created, and then here in the US, the division that was created, you know, post-slavery, housing projects, mentality, the differentiating of skin tone and colorism. There's so much that has happened systematically to keep us separated. But guess what? We are a collective people. We are a united people. We come from the same race. We come from the same root, the same source. It doesn't matter how lighter I am to you. I am an African woman, and I know that. I'm a woman of color. And understanding where I am and who I am and where I come from definitely gives me the strength. But that's an advancement that I have that a lot of individuals here in the US do not have, because, you know, they didn't immigrate here. So they don't already have that foundation. But I said all that to say, become disciplined, have your outcomes list on the daily, on the monthly, on the yearly. Yes, break it all the way down or break it all the way up on the yearly, and really lock in. Understand that you shouldn't be, once again, sleepwalking through life or sleepwalking through this pandemic or this quarantine. I don't know where all of you are coming in from, how deeply it's affecting you. I know in my state, things are still quite shut down. Kids aren't in school. You know, places of business are shut down. Everyone's working remotely, things of that sort. We're doing virtual visits instead of doing, you know, large conferences and things of that sort. But at the same time, that shouldn't stop you. You really should be thriving at this time, because now you have less distractions. You have less commuting, you have less traveling, you have less events, right? Social things that people are trying to always, you know, pull you into. So definitely take this time to really lock in and do that inner work. Figure out how to control your thoughts and your thinking. Figure out how to get more disciplined and really be consistent in whatever it is that you all are pursuing in your life. All right, so I'm going to jump into the chat because I know we're already an hour in, and I'm going to see what's in here, and then we're definitely going to open it up to questions, thoughts, comments, anything that you all want to jump into. Okay, Seb Foundation, insightful lecture. Oh, thank you very much. Ignatius, no. Discipline, consistent, yes. I'm telling you, most definitely. Ilorm said, you're very right, Anna. It's interesting the heights we can reach when we implement all that you've spoken about. Oh, most definitely. Sometimes we start to implement all these and then we stop along the line. Yes, sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. Things are thrown at you. Obstacles are really thrown at you. So what are you going to do when that happens? And that's why it's also important to mind your energy, who you give your energy to, and who is in your direct circle. I keep talking about this circle. People are like, what's this circle? The circle are, your close friends, those that you really pour into. Ask yourself, those that you're pouring into, are they pouring back into you? I know there are some people that I kind of had to distance myself from because they're always calling me. I'm always pouring into them, but they're not pouring back into me. And if it's not an exchange, then it's not balance. And if it's not balance, that means we're not elevating. One of us is just pulling the other, but then you're also being pulled down. There's no advancement. So from distancing yourself sometimes and not necessarily cutting them off, but really distancing yourself and challenging them to sharpen themselves, challenging them to build themselves up. That way, when you pull them up, now they pull you up. And guess what's happening, right? I'm very visual, if you can tell, from the pulling. We are advancing. We are progressing, people. That's what we need to do, right? So be mindful of who's in your circle. Who are those close friends or family members that you're constantly pouring into, aiding, helping, assisting, taking care of? What are they doing for you as well? Mind your energy and be aware of that, okay? Energy goes where it flows, right? So definitely be mindful of that. And I just, once again, I want you all to be encouraged. I want you all to understand your amazing worth and that you are really here on this earth right now at this very moment to radiate magnificently and really walk in your dreams and really attain your passions, whatever it is they may be. So if it's a business, if it's a program, a service, an event, maybe it's just a personal skill set. Maybe you just want to learn Mandarin, like whatever it is that you are looking to attain, just understand that you're already validated, understand to be disciplined and be consistent and really continue to bet on yourself. Understand that everything is possible. So control your thoughts and know that you are your highest value. You are limitless. Your value is so high, there's not even a number that can be attached to it. You are infinity. That's how high your value is. So if no one's ever told you that, understand how valuable you are. You are extremely special. There's no one else literally in the world like you. So because of that, understand that you have your own destiny. It is yours for the taking. So do not sleep this quarantine and this pandemic away. Do not sleep 2020 away. Light that flame. Be mindful of who's in your circle. So if your flame is start being diffused, listen, I have some sisters, they will literally like pour kerosene on me, not, in the literal sense, but they will pull me up if I'm ever low because I give so much to others, but sometimes my cup can be, pretty empty. So just be mindful of also of who's in your circle, who you're giving your energy to. Continue to support each other, uplift each other. Let's continue to progress as a people, as a race, and as Africans. Understand that this world was really made for us, and we have birthed the world, and we have gone to every square inch of it and continue that progression. But remember that we need to support ourselves and really create that 1% amongst ourselves and pull up when it's time to. Not just talk about it, but definitely be about it. So thank you so much for your time. I'm going to jump into this chat. Rachel, in case you want to jump in and moderate anything at all, I'm going to jump into this chat and just open it up to see if there's any questions. I'll wait a minute and we will see where we're at.
Great. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, kindly drop them in the chat session. Anna, we are enjoying your discussion and it's been very interactive so far.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes, so I would urge everyone to drop their questions in the chat session so Anna can answer them straight away. Okay, so Anna, someone sent me.
Sorry, can you please hold on? Yes. So can you hear me, please?
Yeah, Rachel.
Yes. So we trying to figure. Please, is anyone using a laptop who has signed in with a laptop, because we are supposed to launch a poll, but I'm having a challenge here. So if you are using a laptop, I can just basically make you co-host or whatever, then you can launch it on my behalf, please. So if you are using a laptop, kindly indicate in the chat section for me so that I do that right away.
Yeah, I'm using a laptop.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much.
It was Richard.
Okay.
Yes, it was Richard.
Okay, please, you can go ahead, Ignacio. Sorry, everyone.
All right. Thanks, Richard, for availing yourself. So, Anna, yes, someone was asking, in the process of working in your dream and preparing yourself to overcome fear and achieve your dreams, what role does focus and multiple attention play in this? Meaning that if someone has a dream, but in achieving that dream, he wants to do other things to probably gain some financial support to help him pursue that. And sometimes what happens is some people lose focus in pursuit of that. What can you tell people in that circle?
Okay. So sometimes you need to definitely fund your dream. As I mentioned, I used to split my life between corporate America and actually doing my passion. And I reached like a tipping point where the corporate world wanted more from me, but I was mentally committed to my passion in my own business. So I knew that I had to make a choice at that point. While I was in corporate America, though, what I started doing was I stopped looking at it as a job. So if those of you that need to work until you get your own business going, stop looking at your job as a job. What I ended up doing was changing my thinking once again. And I started thinking of it as my biggest investor, all right, from a business standpoint. So I said, okay, this company is my biggest investor right now. I need to keep them happy. I need to complete the work, keep them happy, because the money that I get from them as an investor, what am I doing? I'm reinvesting it in myself, in my own business. I'm not just paying bills. No, I'm taking that money. I'm stocking up on inventory. I'm buying more books. I'm taking that money. I'm covering, travel expenses to get to a school, to get to a conference, to book a flight, to go to an event. I'm taking that money and I'm reinvesting it in branding and marketing and creating my website and creating my, designs, graphic designs, business cards, anything. So you have to change your mindset. And once you change your mindset, you'll stop feeling like you're just working for no reason. No, you're taking them as a biggest investor. You're going to take that investment, reinvest it in yourself. Now you can't lose sight of the point of what you're doing all of this for. And that's why I feel like it's important to have a whiteboard, to have a board or something where a bulletin board, anything where you can keep your vision clear. I actually have a pyramid that I drew that says Nyakana Enterprises on the top, and the whole foundation, brick by brick, of everything that I'm working towards building. I did that recently at the start of quarantine. I put Nyazuri books on the bottom, what I plan to do with the books, with the imprint. Then I put Nyazuri Studios, which is going to be the umbrella for my cartoon series, which may even end up being a movie. Like, I don't even know. There's so many opportunities that are coming at me. So I put that as a layer. I put everything, all my other businesses and ideas, all of my social work that I want to do, my social programming, my foundation that I'm building, because I'm going back to Uganda. I'm planning to build schools 2021. Like, there's a lot that I want to do. So you have to keep your vision clear. And I literally took this piece of paper, it's not fancy, and I taped it to my mirror in my bedroom. So my mirror overlooks my bed. I literally look at it when I wake up and I go to sleep, and I look at it before I go to sleep. And it's a constant reminder in case I start to kind of lose track of what I'm doing this all for. But I definitely feel like you need to have visual reminders. If you have children, those are reminders right there each and every day that you want something better for them. And they, once again, will learn more from what they see you do. Children don't really listen to you. They really pay attention to what they see you do and what they hear you saying to other people, right? So they're watching us. So that alone are examples for those of you that are parents, reason enough to keep your focus and to understand what you want more for them, what it is that you want to show them, what it is that you're building your legacy for. So I hope those are some good tips and techniques to keep you focused, especially if you're managing another full-time job. Remember, think of them as your biggest investor. When you change your mentality, you'll realize how much you may need them right now, but there will be a certain point where you realize that you're comfortable enough, you've saved enough, you've gotten enough investment in your own business where now you can focus on your passion. You can focus on your goals 100% and not worry about the financial implications.
Awesome. That was a great answer to the question. There's another question from Mary, and she's saying,
Hi, Mary.
how can one initialize something which is always seen as a challenge?
Could you repeat that question? Hi, could you repeat that question, please?
She says, how can one initialize something which is always seen as a challenge?
How can one initialize something that's always seen as a challenge? Okay, so once again, Mary, are you on here? Raise your thing. Let me swipe to you. Where is this? Oh, you have your video off. Sis, turn your video on. Okay, so
And please, we can't hear you. You're on mute.
who muted me? Did I mute myself? Rachel, are you muting me? You like to play those funny games on Zoom. Let me find out.
I'm not.
Let me find out, sis. So, okay. So, from what I understand, the question is, how can you initialize something that is seen as a challenge? Okay. That is always seen as a challenge. So even that question alone, if you really sit and dissect that question, now that you know more of those fundamental truths and affirmations and practices, what is it that you think I'm going to tell you first, Mary? You already have to change your thinking, because in your mind, something is a challenge. So you've already told yourself it's a challenge. How are you going to start working towards it if you've already defeated yourself? You've already defeated yourself, sis. Do not do that. Tell yourself this is not a challenge. Tell yourself this is an opportunity. I don't believe in losses. I believe in lessons. Okay, so really, there shouldn't be anything as a loss. It should be a lesson. A challenge is not an obstacle. It's an opportunity. Because what ends up happening once you work through that, you sharpen yourself. You learn a new skill set. You become more confident. You become more focused. So I'm not quite sure specifically what the challenge is. Feel free to email me and we can speak more personally, intimately about it in detail. But understand that you can't already have yourself defeated. So once again, you're going to change your thinking. You're going to understand that that obstacle is an opportunity for growth and for sharpening. Okay, there's always a way to work through things. And sometimes leaning on your network, leaning on your friends and family, and leaning on those people in your circle, depending on who they are, sometimes it's also counsel that can help you see things from a different viewpoint. Okay, so remember, no such thing as an obstacle. It's just an opportunity. It should not stop you from initiating action. All right, so definitely feel free to email me and we can talk more about it. But I hope that gave you a few inspiring ideas.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mary, for the question.
Mary.
And Anna, thanks for the answer. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any further questions, kindly drop them in the chat session and Anna will do justice to them.
Do justice.
She's well equipped.
I love the way you're moderating this. Yes.
You're well equipped with answers to help us appreciate these things better.
You. Oh, I appreciate that. You know, I wasn't always this way, everyone. The obstacles that I faced, I realized were opportunities. So this is all sharpening. This is just experience. And once again, I'm not about keeping these things to myself. It's about knowledge sharing. And it's about making sure that you also feel elevated and you feel supported. It doesn't assist the progression if I keep all this to myself. Okay, so I think there's a poll that's up. Are we answering this poll? Yes, okay. Let's see.
I think, Anna, you're excluded, please.
Okay. I'll tip the results. I was starting to answer. I was like, word of mouth. I heard about this, you know, from my own mouth.
Great. So, ladies and gentlemen, please do all to answer.
She's really well equipped. I love.
Yes, please do all to answer the questions.
Rachel, are you recording the Zoom?
Anna,
yes,
this question that's here.
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm like getting so close to the screen. Yes.
So Anna, there's this question from one panelist. There's this question from a panelist, which is, how do you deal with complacency when working on your dreams or pushing your business? How do you deal with complacency? Sorry.
Okay. So sometimes that can happen. Especially if you're an individual like myself, where you're constantly pushing yourself. You can get drained, you can get burnt out, especially if you're doing multiple things. Like I mentioned, I'm also a parent, and I'm a parent of 2 very young children, 2 and 5 years old. So I'm a mom, I'm a boss mom, I'm a boss lady, I'm a activist, I'm so multifaceted, and I do a lot of things. So sometimes what can happen is you can get burnt out. You can definitely become complacent if you're not careful. So being conscious of taking time to have some self-care. What are the things that fuel you, but what are the things that also fill you back up? I love to be in nature. That's my thing. So I have a lake that's close to my home. I will sometimes just drive to the lake. I will hike. I also love adventure, hence why I wrote a children's book that's full of historical adventure. So I love to get out and about. I love to see things and be inspired by things, whether it's, I'll go down to New York, or I'll go around, well, right now it's quarantine, so I can't go to too many places, but I'll go down to New York because it's easier, and I'll just connect with other like-minded people, other creatives. But complacency is something that can hit us, and don't feel discouraged if that happens to you. That's why it's important to have those visual reminders around you, like on a board, in a notebook, somewhere, on a sticky note, in your laptop, something that can fuel you when you're running low, because it does happen. But take that time for self-care if you ever feel like you've kind of hit a block, right? My personal things also, as I mentioned, like I love music. So I also will play music. I will play guitar, will play piano. I will just kind of detach myself, or I'll play a really great album that I just heard. I'll go for a drive and I'll fuel myself. I'll be outside and I'll just give that time back to myself to take those quiet moments. Sometimes even like with social media, I don't know about all of you, but when you're running a business and you have a social media and a lot of things that you have to keep up with, that can be draining. That can also make you complacent in the work that you're doing, and maybe even make you forget about your mission in the first place, because you're too caught up thinking about likes and about comments and about engagements. And if people are sharing and viewing, none of that matters. What matters is that you put the content out there for the people. What is the purpose behind everything that you do? That purpose should really be your fuel. That mission, whatever it is that's keeping you up at night, that is your dream. Whatever that is your purpose. So let that be something that you lock into. If you have to write that down or have a picture or something that's going to remind you of that, put it somewhere, most definitely. That way, when that complacency or that brick wall kind of hits, you have a visual reminder. You have some techniques that you can use that will help give you that time to decompress and then fuel yourself back up. So don't be afraid to walk away from social media for a few days. I know even Rachel was like, Anna, I was trying to get in touch with you. I'm like, listen, after the gala happened on Friday, I have not posted anything. I put things in my story. I went live and I saved the live. I have not engaged. My DM list is like so long because I need to take a minute. There was a lot of energy that came out of that. And here, let me share it with all of you, because this, once again, is not just for me. This is for everyone. This is my award that I'm so excited and so thankful to have received. Even the challenge of
receiving this.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you, my brother, sister. Thank you so much. This event was even almost canceled because it was postponed so many times because of the pandemic here. But once again, you can't cancel destiny. And the organization that put this together was so focused on making sure that the women are honored for the work. This entire award is really based on the impact that we're making in our community. And before we really jumped into the Zoom today, I heard, thank you so much for the congratulations, thank you. You know, I heard in the kickoff that you all are seeking ways to really make an impact in your communities. That is my passion. At the end of the day, I wrote my books to make an impact in the youth first, because that's what is that is that thing that I've never forgotten about growing up here. I just remember I went to a very low performing school, and I remember no one caring about me or my friends. Not that I had that many, but no one cared about us. No one told us that we were worth anything. They were just pushing us along to check it off the list that we went to the next grade level, even if we were failing the class. I couldn't even speak English. I don't know how they even put me on to the next few grades, but they just pushed me on. I could barely do math because I was so focused on my language barrier. So because of that, it never left me. We never had field trips. We didn't have resources. We would share books because our school, once again, just didn't have the funding. No one took the time to volunteer and come into our schools. Our parents were always busy working 2, 3 jobs. They couldn't volunteer their time on, you know, on a committee and make sure that things are happening the right way. So we were caught up in the system. We were just swept up. And because of that, so many other negative things came out of it. We had a lot of young girls that became mothers at a very young age. We had boys that ended up, you know, getting in with the wrong crowds and turning to crime and drug abuse and things of that sort. And all of those things could be avoided. So those are the things that whenever I'm feeling low and complacent, I remind myself, because those are the things that keep me up at night. I never want any other child to feel that way. Even right now, I'm kind of getting tears in my eyes, sorry, because I never want another child to feel that way. I don't want my own children to feel that way, and I don't want anyone else's children to feel that way. When I had recently done an author visit before the quarantine this year, I was in like the inner city here in Hartford, Connecticut, and I was doing an after-school program for these boys, and I was walking them through a writer's workshop. And they had never had anybody tell them that they could even write a story before. And we did it collectively, and it was so much fun. Everyone took a turn and took a sentence. And what started off as something that was a challenge or an obstacle ended up being opportunity for them. And they all encouraged each other. We ended up writing this amazing short story that they felt so encouraged about. And one of the boys came up to me at the end of the session. He said, well, if you have kids, why are you here with us? And I told him, because you're someone's kid too, and you matter. And his face just lit up as if no one has ever told him that he mattered. So those are the things that keep me fueled whenever I'm feeling complacent, whenever I'm feeling like I can't push through. I'll take the time to kind of disconnect, give myself, even if it's just a few hours or even if it's a day or two, and I remind myself of what it is that I'm doing and the reason behind it. That was a very long-winded answer, I know, but I get that way.
Great. Awesome. This is from, considering your role as a mom, how do you balance interferences and distractions from family with your daily goals?
Ooh, that is a daily challenge, everyone. Even today, I had to just be mindful of their schedule. Okay, you have to have nap time early. You know, mommy's got to put in some work. I'm very honest with my boys. They know what it is that I'm doing, so I have their support. And because I have their support, they understand if, you know, I have to miss dinner time for 30 minutes because I have to jump on a Zoom to encourage some other young children. But, you know, I make up for it with like a longer bedtime reading. It's also about the challenge. But if you tell your children what it is that you're doing, they will never feel that they're not worthy of your time. They will understand that you are doing something bigger than yourself, but it's also for them. It's not, oh, mommy or daddy have to work. No, we're working for you. You know, explain to them, really talk to your children. Don't keep them in a bubble and disconnected from the rest of the world and how everything is working. Let them know how passionate you are and let them be invested. My children, I read them my book all the time too. So they want to know what the characters are doing. I also share things with them. So if, like I said, if I miss dinner time, I will then take the recorded Zoom or a snapshot or a picture, like, okay, this is what mommy was doing. And then they love it. And they'll say, well, great job, mommy. And then they feel encouraged they know that they didn't lose their mom. They know their mom is doing something great for other kids or other people. And it makes them feel excited, makes them feel proud, and it makes them want to do something similar and continue that legacy and really find something that they're passionate about and that they love. Because once again, children, they really pay attention to what you do versus what you tell them. So when they see what you're doing, they will be encouraged and they'll know now that they can do the same. So they're already a few steps ahead of you because they know that they can do the same thing and they don't have to even question it. What a wonderful advancement.
Awesome. I'm really inspired by your story and how you've been so open to us. This is another. That's from Richard. Richard is asking how he has the ability. He said, "I have the ability to write little pieces in the form of poetry. I want to ask how it can be seriously engaging this potential to bring these words together to make it a book." So basically, Richard wants to know how he can engage his potential with regards to writing and put all his thoughts together into a book.
Yes. So a book is so first of all, I love that you write. Congratulations to you, Richard. That's writing is such a wonderful expression. So your poems are already things that you can collect. And I don't know how many you have that are maybe in the same type of theme, or if this is something that's just going to be, a mix of different themes. But regardless, if you have already multiple pieces, then you already have a collection. And if you have a collection of poems, then you already have a book. So it is a matter of, if it's something that's going to be more personal for you, you just want to have something that you collect and that you have printed for your personal use that you can share, amongst your family or friends, or if you're actually looking for it to get published. If you're looking for it to get published, that's definitely a longer conversation, but you can email me and I can tell you some of the steps that you can take to do it on your own, or if you want to work with finding a publisher to do it for you. But I'm all about that independent thinking and like controlling your own. So I'm definitely going to give you like more of that independent advice once again. But if you're already writing, I would just say continue to write each day. Even if it's a sentence, even if it's a paragraph, continue to write. And if it's something that you enjoy doing, then it's so simple to take all of those poems and literally just create a collection of them and put them in a book. So it's just a matter of whether you wanted it to be something personal for yourself, or whether it's something that you wanted to sell and make available to the rest of the world to share your words. Feel free to email me and I can give you some steps into that. But if you're already writing, keep writing, brother, keep writing. Keep writing, and before you know it, you will have a book. You don't need 1,000 pages or even 100 pages. It can be a short collection as well. You get to make the rules for yourself, okay?
Great. Awesome. Thanks for the answers. And Richard is also asking, considering your background and how you're able to learn the English language and speak it fluently, what inspiration can you share with people who are learning the second language? For instance, Richard is learning Russian, so he needs some inspiration because you are very fluent in the English language, even though it isn't your first language. So what inspiration can you give to people like us?
Oh, you cut out there, but I think I got the general question. Oh, you had cut out for a part there. I think just what advice can I give for those learning a second language?
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you now.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So Richard, first I would like to say Dobre den, Kakila, my ima Anichka. So I definitely think I do speak Russian.
Richard needs...
I can't hear you. It's like mumble.
Richard is asking from people. Did you get my question?
I did not get your question. Not the second part. You said Richard. I was starting to speak to Richard in Russian because I speak Russian. So
that's great. You have to teach me then.
I'll teach you.
Oh, you
Rachel.
have to teach us. Yeah.
I'll teach you.
Great. Oh, nice. Awesome.
So Moldova, where my mom is from,
with regards to Richard's
part of the
question,
yes.
What
Oh no, I cannot hear anything. I don't know if you want to put the question in the chat.
Richard, can you talk yourself? I think his network is very, very poor. So Richard, can you explain it to yourself, I think?
Okay, please, Rachel, thank you very much for the opportunity. My question was that now, very soon, probably next year or so, I'll be reading some program in Russian. And
nice.
The instruction for the program will be the Russian language. And I have to start preparing towards it. And it is necessary for me to learn the language for a year before I'll be enrolled. And it has been assumed that Russian is a very difficult language, and that's what people have been saying. So looking at how eloquent you are in the English and the way you can speak so nicely, even though the English is not your main language, I want some motivation. How you did it, like I want you to motivate me. Like I want you to see something to be a motivation. That's my question.
Okay, Richard, I will do my best. Let me dig deep. So first of all, congratulations to you for challenging yourself to learn to speak another language. I feel like that is phenomenal. That's definitely going to give you an advancement, right, that you need. So first of all, feel encouraged for even taking that step. Russian may be difficult, but once again, don't already tell yourself it's going to be too difficult for you to learn, because what's going to end up happening is that it will be too difficult for you to learn, right? So I believe the first thing that you need to do is definitely find a great program that will aid you into really laying that foundation for the Russian language, whether that's Rosetta Stone, whether that's YouTube and you're just watching the videos on there. I believe the very first thing that's best is learning things conversationally. Learn conversational Russian, like just salutations and greetings and, odds and ends and objects, and just like build your vocabulary. Once you kind of get a little bit more of that going, then you can dive more into I'm going to tell you right now that Cyrillic alphabet is something that looks like an alien language, but it is something that, guess what? Because of advancements in a cell phone, you can definitely put things into your phone. Use Google Translate. It can also aid you into translating things really quickly from English to Russian. You can push the button and it'll give you the audible explanation, and then you can repeat it as well. And then really just immerse yourself into it, whether it's like watching movies, watching films, right? I'm not saying watch TV, because I know you all heard me when I said I cut off all my streaming, but this is more of a discipline for you to sharpen yourself in your learning, right? So you're going to use it as a resource, whether if it's programming, videos on YouTube, whether it's music, but just understand that it is possible. You're not the first person who's learning a different language at this age. You're not the first, you're not going to be the last, and it's definitely doable. Just remain disciplined. Find fun ways to challenge yourself. Find ways to keep visual reminders, right? You're going to have a board, you're going to have a notebook, you're going to have a lot of things that you're going to have books, right? To challenge yourself. But just know that it's doable. You're not the first, you're not going to be the last, and you're already one step ahead because you've already committed to it. So congratulations to you for committing yourself to it. Now it's time to do the work and find fun, and understand that everything that you do learn and advancements that you do make in learning the language, it's just going to help you further with that programming that you had just mentioned. So just understand that it's doable. And if you can find a friend that already speaks Russian as well, that you can kind of conversate with on a daily basis to keep yourself sharpened, I definitely recommend that. So good luck to you. Best wishes. And the next time we see each other on a Zoom or anything, I want to hear some Russian, okay? I want to hear what you've learned. And I want to say, oh, Richard definitely came far. He's doing his thing right now. No one has to worry about him. But feel encouraged, Richard. It's definitely doable. Don't feel that it's too difficult for you to learn, okay? Just take it one step at a time. Start from the beginning, lay the foundation, and then use your resources. Use the internet, use your phone, be smart about it, use apps, and just use all the resources that you have available to you. It definitely can be done, and you will get it done.
Thank you so much. Ignatius, are you on track now?
I like how you asked that question. Are you on track now?
All right. Thank you so much for giving Richard the heads up. So Rachel will now give a vote of thanks concerning how today's session went. We are grateful for time spent here, and I must say that I applied myself. So over to you.
Okay. So Anna, on behalf of the organization, I want to say thank you so much. And on behalf of everyone on here now, I want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to give this awesome session. It was very inspiring, and personally, I've learned a lot. I was expecting it to be great, and indeed it was. So thank you so much for everything and for wanting to be part of this. It means a lot. And we hope to have you again sometime, probably in person.
That would be wonderful. It has been my pleasure. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you to everyone that has been here, also spending the time. Remember, this wasn't me talking at you. Hopefully, this was a conversation. This was an exchange of energy. So I hope you've been able to take some of my energy, some of my inspiration, and I want you all to apply it into your daily lives. The next time we connect, I want to hear about all the fantastic things you're doing and how purposeful you're being. Please continue to keep in touch with me. You have my email, you have my IG. I'm taking a break until like tomorrow. Okay, just warning you. Protecting my time, my energy. But this has been wonderful. Yeah, no, we all need it.
Awesome.
We all need it, but please keep in touch. And thank you. This has been an honor. And just, I love connecting with all of you and really taking the time to make sure that we're continuing the progression.
Thank you so much, Anna. We are really grateful for your time once again, and keep doing the great stuff you're doing. And to all participants, I'll urge you to be doers of whatever has been shared here. Please put everything into practice and do what to invite a friend for our next session. Kindly take notes that we are still in the business of equipping individuals to become solution providers. Probably all once again for making time to join us. My name is Ignatius Awute, and it's great to have you all here. Rachel, any final words?
Yes, I think, yeah.
Rachel,
yes, I'm here. Words? I'm right here. So, yeah, I think you've said it all. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Well, if you were late, don't worry. We will share the recording on the pages. So,
yes, yeah, definitely. And I saw you, Matilda. I saw you. I saw you. Says hi. Hello, my sister. You see, you couldn't hide your face. I saw you for a second.
Hello,
I had to
Rachel.
shout you out.
Hello,
if
Rachel.
You get to see my face, I should see your face. Oh, you all are so beautiful.
Hello,
so
Rachel.
Nice to see you.
Yes, please.
Please, it's Richard. Please wait. Don't close the meeting right now. Let me be able to save the poll. Let me be able to snap it.
Okay, sure. Got it. Sure, thank you. Anna, please, you can go ahead. I think you were saying something. You're muted.
Stop muting me. That wasn't me. That was you. I said, no, I was just shouting out. I was just shouting out. It's you. I was just shouting out Matilda because I saw her for a split second. I was excited to see someone versus like a gray little image, you know? So wonderful. So good to see you. Where's everybody coming in from? Where's everyone connecting from?
There's Ghana, there's Nigeria, I think.
Ghana, Nigeria. I love it. I was supposed to be back in Uganda this year, but you know, Corona. So next year, hopefully 2021, we'll see.
The Ugandans didn't join today. I don't know.
What's that?
I'm saying the Ugandans didn't join today because they usually, yeah.
I know. I sent it to my cousins too. I'm gonna I'm gonna email them after this. I mean, not email. I'm gonna text them on WhatsApp. Like, hey, what's up? Like, you didn't join. I sent you the link. They're busy living their lives. They're living such best lives. There's like no pandemic over there. They're just like out enjoying life, having luxurious lunches by the lake and all this fancy stuff. I'm like, whatever.
Okay, there's South Africa.
Yeah. Someone said the South Africa.
I didn't hear.
South Africa too.
I have no idea what that. Did you hear that? It's like,
I didn't.
I have no idea. Oh
Okay, so he was
You
saying.
sound like the Terminator. I don't know.
South Africa.
Oh, South Africa's on the line?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so let me do a quick shout out. So shout out, you know, I have to shout out my own first. So shout out to Uganda, shout out to Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa. Brothers and sisters, continue to be uplifted, continue to be purposeful. I want to know that you're applying those fundamental truths of Nyakana. Thank you for connecting with me today. And I want to make sure that you pass on this energy as you ignite your flame. Make sure you're pulling up your fellow brothers and sisters, being mindful of who's in your circle, where you're giving your energy, and remember to be disciplined, consistently, persistent, and remember, overcome your fears, always bet on yourself, walk in your dreams, and remember that nothing is impossible. I love you all. My biggest
love you too. Yeah, so thank you everyone. So we do have the sessions every weekend, so either on a Saturday or a Sunday. So next week we have it on a Sunday. So stay glued to our pages and we will share all information on there. Thank you so much, everyone. Richard, are you done? Can we end?
Richard, are you done?
Richard, are you done?
It's almost. So give me
Hi,
like
Richard,
once,
are you
almost.
done?
Okay, almost. Okay, we got you.
Yes, be quick before Richard asks
Are you
another
done,
question.
Richard?
I'm joking.
Okay, we're waiting.
If it wasn't for Richard, we have no engagement. No, I'm joking.
While we wait, so what? Interact with someone. Probably you don't know someone on the meeting platform. Just yes, get to know someone. That's the essence of network.
So, hello, good evening. Good evening, Sebastian here.
Yes, Sebastian, we can hear you.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank Rachel for sending me the invite. Though the invitation came in late via LinkedIn, but upon chancing on it, I didn't join in. I joined in, I think, 30 minutes before this time. And I must say, I really love the lecture, and I look forward to have a section of this, a mega one. And like I said, I was chatting Rachel over the privately that I would want to merge and have a section with her as well. Our foundation is also into this capacity building programs. We are fortunate to have it fortnight of the week, and I've sent some details to the founder. I think she would cascade that to all of us present, and to Anna. I'm really impressed. I came in late, but the little I could have, I think I can share with the people I have around me. It's unfortunate the people I sent them the link were all engaged. They could have joined to have the masses hear you. And going forward, we would work hand in hand and help better ourselves and others as well. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for that, brother. I appreciate the encouragement, and I'll definitely keep an eye out for email and future communication. Like I said, this is bigger than me. Nyakana is not just about my character. It's more than a character. It's more than a brand. It's more than a book. It's more than everything, a business. It really is a movement. And for those of you that have seen anything that I said before, it really is a movement to really advance us as a people and really making sure that we're living purposefully. That is what it's all about. There are so many distractions and things that can make us complacent, like that question we had earlier in life. And I feel like we all need to do our part. So I know my purpose. I'm going to continue to live that. So let's definitely connect. I look forward to it.
Yeah. Nyakana to the world.
Yes, Nyakana.
You guys should check Anna out on Instagram. She's doing some amazing work.
Oh, thank you,
check
Sue.
her out. Please
Thank
do
you so
check her out and do follow her, please.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Can you share her handle, please?
Oh, share my contact?
Yeah, let me
IG, the IG handle.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to share it again.
Okay. Rachel's on it. I just typed it in as well.
Okay.
Okay, received. Thank you.
Received. Okay. Let me share the contact information.
Yes. I can't hide, so don't worry. I won't ignore you when you reach out. Even though people used to ignore me, I don't ignore anyone.
Oh.
Right? We've all encountered that before.
Yeah, everybody, I think. It gets frustrating sometimes, but to keep.
Wonderful. So Rachel, I don't know if you need me to stay on the line, but like we talked, mommy duty calls. I'm going to go put my little ones down for a late nap and let them know why mommy was late, right? Let them know what I'm investing my time in. And honestly, the best investment is in people.
Yeah. Okay, so Richard, are you done? Can we? Okay, so I think, Anna, you can actually, if you want to leave, you can leave. Yes, I'll end. I think he's trying to sort things out, and I'll end it.
Okay, thank you all so much, and we will be in touch. Have a wonderful conclusion of your days.
Thank you so much once again. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you, brothers. Thank you, sisters. Take care.
Bye. Yes, Richard, please, are you done so that we can all sign out?
Oh, okay. Rachel, please, I'm very sorry for the inconvenience so far, but it's like I couldn't take a snap, so I'm writing it with my hands so that I get everything.
Fine. I just needed you to just give me the ones that are more like the maximum and the minimum, that kind of thing. But you, it's fine.
Okay, then can you be on the call so that I just tell you?
So can you please send it to me on WhatsApp?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just recording so that I'll give it to you on WhatsApp.
Yes, please just send it to me.
Okay, just give me like 2 minutes or 1 minute.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Yes, so thank you all so much. We appreciate you all. There are some people who have been joining every single time. We appreciate you so much. Yeah, Ignatius.
So thanks to everyone. Please do want to invite a friend next week.
And you can sign. They can sign out. Yeah, they can sign out if they want, because we're actually done. We are just left with Richard sorting some few. So you can sign out if you are done. We're actually done with the session, so you can sign out, everyone. Thank you all so much. We appreciate you all. Yeah, Ignatius. I think today your network was messing up a bit. Yeah, I think your network was messing up, eh? It's still not clear. Yes.
Wow, I don't know. I don't get why it's happening.
Yeah, it says here that your Ignatius network bandwidth is low.
Wow, interesting.
Shadrach, thank you so much for joining as well. We appreciate you. Ignatius, thank you so much for hosting. It was a good one.
Is Richard done?
Yes, I'm finally done.
Okay, yes. I'm done. Okay, sure.
So now we can end the call.
We can end. Okay.
Thank you, Richard, for helping out. We are grateful, Richard, for helping out.
Welcome. I didn't know that
you've been one of the consistent members, and you must say that it's good you're always regular. Keep it up.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, everyone. We'll meet at the same time next week. Have a great evening. Please, Samuel Yawson, you missed it.
Rachel, can we end now?
Yes, we can end. I think one person just joined, but we'll send the recording on the pages, okay? So please don't worry. If you are not on the platform, you can reach out on Instagram, then we add you up. Okay, thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Rachel, can we end now?
Yeah, I was saying that I can now see the poll. I don't know what was happening earlier. Someone. So Richard, you can even stop because I can see it now. So there's no.
You can see it now.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Oh, then we thank God. We thank God.
I don't know what happened earlier. I couldn't launch it.
Why are you now using your laptop, or you are still using your phone?
I was using my laptop then, but I can see it now. 11 out of 11, right?
Yeah, 11 out of 11.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay. 11 out of
so
11.
Sorry for putting you through the stress of taking pictures and all that. So I think I see it here. I'm just checking it out from here.
Oh, don't worry. It's always good to say. Oh, yeah, don't
worry. Thank you so much.
I've even enjoyed. What organization is that? If I can ask, if you can tell me much about
it. So where did you join from? Did you join through the I sent it to you on LinkedIn.
Somebody shared it. Somebody shared it on a certain page. Actually, then I decided to join and to witness what's going on. So I didn't know anything about it.
Okay. So Global Young Leaders is an organization created to empower young Africans to cause change and development in Africa. So from time to time, we do have these sessions, these training sessions that we do on Zoom. We used to have the WhatsApp platform, but now we are moving everything to Zoom. And we have speakers from all over the world who come and give talks on various topics, mostly career development topics. Yes, so that's what we actually do. And aside that, we have the Share Your Journey series. That one too, we get invited guests from all over the world. Those are people with who have been through trauma or major challenges in life. They come and share their stories with us just to inspire and motivate us. Yeah, so that is what we actually do. And then the vision is to hold conferences in various African countries. So just keep your mind up. We'll be having our first conference soon. So you can, you can join the link. Okay, you can WhatsApp me, then I share the link to you. So I join the page.
Yeah, you can join the group. You can join the WhatsApp group. Richard.
So are you all students or you are all workers?
So we are mixed. The executives, we are mixed. We have workers and a few are students.
Okay. And I think it's a very nice initiative. God bless you all.
God bless
you. So
Richard,
what group did you say it on?
Okay, actually, I have a page called
Richard.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I have a page called Global News and Forum where we share news and any updates about global matters. So I think it was that page that somebody pasted it on. And
Okay.
I just joined. And somebody also shared a flyer, so I just joined because actually this afternoon I wasn't really doing anything, or this year I wasn't doing anything. I decided to join.
Okay, great. It's good you joined, and it's good to have you. You can be a member. You can join our WhatsApp platform and get updated further.
Are you the one with a username as a tree? The person doesn't have a username, but it is a symbol, or let me say an emoji, a tree. Are you the one?
WhatsApp?
Yeah, on WhatsApp. Yeah, on WhatsApp.
No, not me. Probably because I asked a few people to share it on other pages, so I'm sure someone sent it to the page and you got to know of it. Hey, Shadrach Ment, I'm not hearing your voice at all. You've been silent today. Shadrach. Shadrach Ment.
Yeah, Shadrach, where is he? So, Ignatius, also, what you guys suggested, what you and Shadrach suggested, I don't think, I from the poll that I see, the feedback that I get in terms of the people who join, the entrepreneurs are not a lot. The entrepreneurs are not a lot. So, I don't know if probably we are going to get people outside the members to come and share what you guys talked about, so that we don't pick it from the members, because it looks like the entrepreneurs the entrepreneurs from the members are not quite a lot. Those who join.
Okay.
Because the highest number is students.
Yeah, students. Okay. So Rachel.
Yeah.
Rachel.
Yes.
Yeah. So you would talk on the WhatsApp, but basically, we were collecting some feedback from on the WhatsApp platform where they record videos and things. How many of them were able to send their
that one? People
feedback?
haven't. We have to keep reminding them. You have to keep.
Wow. So what about?
I got one person. I just got one person doing it.
So I was thinking, what about we sending the active people private messages so that they do it? So we engage, like we know a few people who are always active, and then we send them messages to share their experience rather than, because some of them, if it would delay, if we always putting it on the WhatsApp platform, some of them will not even respond.
I actually even messaged a few. I actually even PM'd a few of them to even do it. They will tell you they are doing it. They'll do it this week. I PM'd about 3 occasions, and you see, because of busy schedules, I've not been able to force them enough. So what we can do is probably next week, the participants on the Zoom, we can share it with them. We can probably what do you think? Tell them to PM us after the.
I'm suggesting. Oh, but what about this? Let's say during the Zoom meeting, they can even turn on their videos and then share their experience. So we can just take those snippets and work on the videos. Or what do you think?
That's not bad. That's not
bad.
Yeah,
the only problem will be. Yes, the only challenge with that will be the video quality, because everyone has different camera quality, so probably wouldn't
get that's the thing, the background.
Exactly. That would be the only challenge. But aside that, it would have been great to get it on during the Zoom meeting. Maybe after the speaker finishes talking, then we engage them.
Yeah.
Maybe we can give it a try next week and see.
Yeah, let's give it a try. Everything, we try and see. Let's give it a try. If it doesn't work it doesn't work better, then we probably do it. They text us, then we send it to them, and they do it, then we follow up. But let's try it next week. Yeah, Emmanuel, I think Emmanuel just joined. Emmanuel, you missed it, but we'll share the recording on the pages, okay? I hope you're on our pages.
Wow. Hey, Emmanuel. I think I know this Emmanuel. So, hello, Emmanuel. You're welcome. But we've ended the session. You can kindly wait for the recording. Yes, the recording will be shared, so you follow. And it was a wonderful session, actually. It's so unfortunate you are now joining.
Yeah. So I think we are. I've checked through, and I think we can go.
We are good to go, right?
Yeah, we are good to go.
Hey, Shadrach hasn't spoken. I did. Shadrach. Okay. Anyway, so
Shadrach, can you hear us?
Rachel,
No, he can't hear us.
I don't know. Okay. So Rachel, I have to go and take supper. It's almost 7.
Okay.
I have to quickly take my supper.
Okay, sure.
Yes.
Sure.
So bye. We'll talk later.
Okay. Bye.
Take care. Yeah, thank you, Richard, too, for being helpful to us. Thank you, Richard. Richard, do want to join next week. And please, Richard, have you sent Richard the link so that he joins?
Yes. Yeah, he should. Richard, please text me, okay, so that I send it to you.
Yeah, I'll text you. I'll text you.
Okay, sure.
Great.
Rachel, do you also have an avenue whereby you coach people to participate well in public speaking?
So I do coaching for. I don't do public speaking coaching, but I do networking coaching. So it's actually teaching you how to network, right? But Ignatius, I think
speaking,
Toastmaster, Anna.
Yes. For public speaking, I recommend Toastmasters. And on Tuesday we have a meeting on Zoom. So you can reach out to Rachel, and then Rachel will let you have my contact, and then
I can share your
add you to. I can add you to the group where you learn some rudiments of public speaking. It's called Toastmasters. So with that, you'll be groomed on on public speaking, and then it'll help you. So once you get in touch,
the Toastmaster, I have to join. Ignatius, I add me. I have to join the Zoom thing.
You have to join. Hey, Rachel.
You've not been
you have to join. No, I gave a speech on Tuesday, and I'll be giving another speech hopefully next week. I'll send you.
Send me the link so I join sometime.
All right. Okay. So, guys, my food will go cold.
Okay, Ignatius, invite us, boy.
You're invited.
Rachel, what network are you talking about, please, Rachel?
Okay, so I'll share. It's actually a networking. It's like a master class. I'll share with you on. You text me. I'll share the information with you on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you all the details on WhatsApp.
Okay. All right. Okay. Then I'm leaving the call.
Bye, everyone.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.